And we're recording. All right, we've got another session of our Virtuous Fall campaign. But before we get too drawn into that, why don't we learn who's at the table?
Hello, my name is Brent. I'll be playing Saren Starseeker. He's an astral elf divine soul sorcerer. He's trying to help the people of El Terrell. He's trying to make sure everyone in the party gets out of the hells, and he's becoming more and more comfortable with his newfound magic powers. This week's fun fact is Saren does not know how to swim.
Noted.
Hi, I'm Caitlin. I'm playing Melior's. Vryn Mel is a beautifully dangerous drow gloomstalker ranger with snow white hair and steel gray skin. This week's fun fact about Mel. So, the incident at the end of Mel's last watch reminded her of another time she made a questionable decision regarding heights. And they were about 12 or so. Alizaria had made her very first iteration of Clink, her tiny metal dragon homunculus, and she assured Meliors that he could carry her for a short distance. Meliors climbed up to a ledge about 15 feet or so above the ground near their home and held on to Clink's feet and then jumped. Needless to say, Clink was not able to support the weight of a 12-year-old.
Hi, I'm Kelsey. I play Ash. She is a tiefling fighter. She is gray from the top of her horns to the tip of her tail, which has a mind of its own. Um, Fun fact about Ash is her guilty pleasure is sour candy.
Oh, hell yeah. Alrighty, then let's return to Avernus, where you all are traveling across the wastelands, pursuing a dust cloud currently, in hopes that you may be able to commandeer some infernal war machines. Uh, and that way you can travel around Avernus a little bit easier. Um, you had some run in with a gold sensing demon in your last session, which you overcame, but it definitely was an encounter. Um, but now you are free from that and able to continue onwards as you uh, are bypassing a larger cavern to cross over a smaller one. Um, so, why don't we pick up with a another travel check? So, if someone in the group would like to roll survival.
That's my job, I think. Last time I rolled a natural one, so we'll see what happens.
Can't be worse.
It's a 16.
Okay. So, as you're making good time, I would like for a perception check from everybody. Alright, so Ash and Mel. The two of you would be able to see this. There is what looks to be a bridge that connects the two sides of the chasm. Uh, a few hundred, maybe 120 feet off.
convenient.
Do we trust it though?
I'm not sure if we trust anything down here anymore.
Fair point. Maybe we could get a closer look at it before we decide if we trust it.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah, worth a look.
As you try to get closer, I'll have you guys roll a stealth check, because I'm assuming you don't want to be seen.
Sounds great to me. Oh, that's a terrible roll for me.
Ooh. Ooh.
Oh no! Was that a nat 1?
No.
No.
Okay, well, at least it's not that.
It's not much better than a natural one.
Hey,
Hey,
hey.
but it isn't one. Don't be mean.
So, as you are trying to get closer, how close do you try and get?
How close to it would I need to get to make a vibe check?
Pretty close.
Okay.
So as you're trying to scope this thing out, I'd say you'd get about maybe 60 or so feet before your group is encircled by fire. Kind of containing you all in a small space. I'd say a 10 by 10 circle, a ring here.
Not great.
Saren has sword drawn, looking around at all angles.
Yeah, I'll pull out my whip.
Guitars are out.
As you are looking around, you would notice a figure, winged, bearing a reddish gray skin tone, just alongside the bridge, now looking in your direction. Now, what is a group of adventurers doing sneaking around my bridge?
We didn't know the bridge belonged to anyone.
This doesn't look good. There's something bad up ahead.
Oddly fitting. Well, it is. Almost everything in Avernus is owned by someone.
We were chasing a dust cloud. Now we're here.
And looking off in the direction where you had seen the dust cloud, chasing dust clouds down here. Almost like chasing hope. Tireless endeavor.
Well, I suppose that's for us to decide.
So, I'm guessing you wish passage.
Yes, please.
The fires dim down. They don't extinguish fully, but they're now low enough that you could step over them. Well,
Perfect, thank you.
I invite you to step closer so we can negotiate your terms of passage.
I don't see your name anywhere or any signs up. Why should we talk about passage? Why can't we just pass?
The figure's hand becomes engulfed in flames as they hold it back behind them towards the bridge. I believe I have wings and you do not.
Yeah, you do. What do you need bridge for?
Hey, look at me.
A way for income, when those who do not fly desire passage. I can burn it and rebuild it after you are gone.
How do you know we can't fly?
Hell, you would not ask for passage if you could.
Maybe we prefer walking.
Then you must either suffer some uncomfort in flight or uncomfort in negotiations.
What's your normal toll?
A soul coin.
Those are very valuable.
They are very valuable. And so is travel. Especially one with ease. Lest you risk sludge in one direction or sticks in the other.
Do we have a good view of this creature?
You do at this point, as you have been invited to step closer. You've been able to close some of that distance. You're looking at a figure dressed in well robes. Again, their skin is this grayish red color. They have horns and wings. They're fairly well put together and seem to be of some fiendish heritage.
I insight check them to see if I think they actually control this bridge.
Roll a insight check here.
30.
They do seem fairly confident of having some sort of claim to this bridge. Whether there is a deed or not, you don't know, but they seem to run the show and have a sense of confidence as if standing on their own ground.
I sense any deceit.
No. Meaning they're probably very likely to burn this bridge if you don't want to negotiate.
How
Should
wide
we just be done with it?
do we have a soul coin?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yes.
there's one in the box.
Oh, okay. How wide is the chasm at this point?
About maybe 50 or so feet.
How often have we needed a soul coin?
And they fuel the vehicles, the demonic vehicles, and they fuel all the devilish deals, it seems.
Yeah, we'll need them if we can eventually get a vehicle.
If we get our hands on a vehicle, it'll have likely some fuel left, but perhaps the owners that we part from the vehicles have more soul coins. I say we just pay it and be done with it.
Okay. Well,
There's
is there anything other than a soul coin that you would take as payment?
one that you would complete.
Do we get to know what it is before we agree to it?
You have a trial of trust and a trial of honor.
I mean, I have a fair amount of both of those.
I probably have too much of one of them.
I'm at the other end of the spectrum. I can't say I got a ton of either one.
What's the worst that could happen? I probably shouldn't say that.
Not to ask questions I don't want to know the answers to.
Are you thinking one of the trials, Ash?
Yeah. If we can get through that way, and keep our goods and carry on.
Alright. Your choice then.
We'll go for a trial of trust.
Very well. Then I first ask you to close your eyes.
She'll close her eyes.
Is this more of a group thing or an individual thing?
It is a group trial. Each of you must face it if you each wish to get a passage.
Oh boy. Saren will close his eyes.
Oh well, Mel.
As you each close your eyes, when you open them, you are not looking at the bridge, the chasm in Avernus. In fact, you are looking at an empty space. It's dark, shifting between blues and blacks and grays. And you feel light, almost like you are floating, but you do stand on some sort of solid ground. And when you look around, you do not see each other. But you sense the presence of your companions. This will be very interesting, as we don't really have groups of your size travel across my bridge. Each of you will receive a path to the end. But the path that you wield is not your own. You must put trust in one of your companions to lead you correctly.
Alright.
Okay. How
Okay.
dark is it here?
Dark enough.
I heard dark, and now I'm frightened.
It's dark enough.
Do I sense Being hunted.
you feel that sort of predator eyes upon you.
Great. Cool.
Now, you all are able to hear each other's responses. So even though you don't see each other, you do hear each other.
Mm. We're all here, yeah?
I'm here.
Okay.
Me also.
Okay. Does anyone see anything?
As you hear Ash ask that question, each of you see sort of, it's almost like the imprinting of light upon your eyelids, a direction, pathway to follow. And none of them look the same. I will pass over directions to each of you in just a moment. One. There's the path that Ash sees. There's what Saren sees. And what Melior sees. So, what we'll do for this is, of course, you can roleplay it out, but mechanically, it will be a charisma check to uh, give your description, and that'll be an accurate description of the path that you see. And then you get to decide out of the other two players who you put your trust into on giving an accurate path.
Okay.
I was gonna ask, it's not an int check instead of charisma, but you know what? For me, it's the same, so don't even worry about it.
My charisma's bad.
So it's fine. Yeah.
I'm doing great.
I bet. Okay.
So how do I know who my path lines up with?
It is a matter of trust. You know that you do not have your own, one of your companions.
Are we start? How how do you know what end we're starting at?
Uh, all around, you'll start at the bottom. It's bottom to top.
Got it. Okay.
Well, I've got some pretty easy directions, I think.
I think I do too. Let's find out. I'll try and describe mine.
All right. Let's see that. Charisma. Okay.
Eh,
You feel confident with what you've shared.
sure. Yeah.
So, who wants to put trust in Ash?
Elioris is feeling very nervous and hunted, so she's just going to trust whoever's the first person to give directions.
All right. So Ash was the
She
first
wants to
person.
get moving.
All right. So
Okay.
as Mel, you move. Following the directions that Ash has given, you do at one point run into something, and as you sort of strike this invisible wall, can you give me a Constitution saving throw?
15.
With a 15, you feel this sort of rattling inside your skull for a brief moment, and you will take 1 point of psychic damage. But you were able to cover some ground before that, so you've been doing all right. But you don't reach an end. Do you want to continue trusting
Yeah.
Ash?
Ow.
I'm sorry, did I do something?
I ran into a wall, I think, and
Thanks.
now I have a headache.
I'm I'm sorry, I'm trying. I don't
Can you maybe repeat the second half again?
yeah. And I'll try and give a little bit clearer instructions.
All right, I'll ask for another charisma check here.
Yeah, sure. I'll do that. Oh, it's really good. It's an 18.
Okay, so as you follow the rest of what Ash says, Mel, you come to a point where there is another sort of wall, but this time it doesn't hurt, and you kind of actually see it. It's this sort of glowing line that emits enough bright light that you don't feel hunted anymore. But it seems that you put your faith in the right figure as you were guided through your path.
Like I got to the other side.
Well, you've gotten to the end, but
Well, the end of
the trial. So
path. Yeah.
yeah, so you're at the end of your path. But
I think I'm at the
Ash
end.
and Saren still need to travel.
I'll give you my instructions, Ash.
Okay. Yeah.
Charisma roll.
Charisma roll to give instructions.
Natural 1.
You have a heroic inspo?
Oh yeah, I should probably use that, huh? I'm gonna use that, Faye.
Okay.
It's a 10.
And Ash, you are choosing to trust Saren?
Yes, implicitly in this moment.
Okay. Ash, you follow Saren's instructions, and out the gate, it seems fine. You're not striking anything. But then, similar to how Melior's described her experience, you hit a wall that you don't see coming, and I need a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, I'm good at that. 17.
Alrighty, so as you feel this reverberation in your skull, you take 2 points of psychic damage.
Okay. Now I have a headache.
Oh, sorry about that. I'll try and do better.
Please do.
Another roll.
It'll be another roll, yeah?
12. We're getting better.
A few more steps, Ash, and it's
I answered to both.
yeah, it's the 3, it's the A's,
Yep.
um,
It's all good.
but Ash, as you take a few more steps, you hit another wall. I'm gonna ask for another Constitution saving throw.
Cool. 19.
All right. A similar experience. You only take 1 point of psychic damage this time.
Got it. Okay.
You're doing great, Ash.
I hit another wall, Saren.
Well, it's better than like a cliff. I'm sorry. I'm doing the best I can.
I'm giving you one more chance. Please.
And then what?
I don't know. I'm just gonna continue trusting
Okay.
you.
Okay, here we go. 15.
Being very cautious with the rest of your steps, Ash, you make it to where you see this glowing barrier. It seems that you also have put your faith in the correct person.
Great. I made it.
There you go. We did it.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, Melioras. You're up.
Okay. I'm gonna describe the path to Saren. This is just a straight charisma. Oh my god! It was on a 19 for a million years. I'm gonna use my heroic inspiration to try that again. Oh god, help me! That's a 6.
Plot twist. one of you had two paths now. uh, as Saren, you take a few steps out of the starting position, following Melioris's directions. You strike against something, your head rings. I need a Constitution saving throw.
Ugh. 14.
Alright, 14. That's not quite enough. That's gonna be 9 points of psychic damage.
Ah, I think I walked into a hammer.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. You got this.
Take a couple deep breaths, and I'm gonna try this description again.
Alright?
16.
So, as Melioris is giving this description, Saren, there is a voice in your ear that neither Ash nor Mel hears. This is solely you, Saren. And it will promise you a surefire way. It will light the path for you.
No, I don't need any more help. Melioris has got this.
Okay. As you deny this voice, keeping trust in Melioris's words, you make it to the barrier of light at the end of your path.
There, easy. We all made it. We all have minor headaches or concussions.
And as each of you can step over that light barrier, you see the devilish figure, the bridge, and the red landscape of Avernus. Well done.
Yeah, thanks for the opportunity or whatever.
Yeah, that was really fun.
I'm glad that you had trust in your companions.
What do you get out of watching us do this trial? Or entertainment value?
Roll a persuasion check.
Okay. 6.
What I receive matters not towards your goal. You've passed my trial. You can cross my bridge.
Yeah, it's enough for me.
Yeah, this guy kind of sucks.
He's right there.
I whispered.
Okay. I'm gonna cross the bridge.
Yeah, I'm getting over there, away from this guy.
Before Melioris heads across the bridge, she's like, there's not going to be another toll at the other side, is there?
Only on the way back.
We're not coming back.
Hold on, let me roll something here real quick.
Yeah, you do that.
Melior, since you've kind of stayed behind as you see your companions all sort of moved ahead, Magda, Lulu following behind, Ash and Saren, this figure will lean in, voice low, so only you hear it. I'll tell you what I get out of this trial, and all my others, if I can trust you not to tell another soul.
I don't know if I want to know that badly, though. That's the thing. It's passing fancy.
All water under my bridge.
I'd say it was a pleasure. And then I just turn and leave.
I hope Avernus does not tarnish that trust. Toodaloo.
I just wave without turning around.
Man, she really sucks.
So, you cross the bridge, and you can see in the distance the hell wasp nests. They're still some ways off, but seeing that they are chained and floating in the sky, it's not hard to spot them.
Is that where the dust cloud was going?
The dust cloud was in the area where the hell wasp nests were, yes.
You guys been through there before?
Yeah, Lulu got captured and taken by them, presumably to eat or to
Oh
feed to some
no.
dead angel thing.
I
Uh,
Something
think the dead
crazy.
angel was also food. They were going to feed the larva or
Oh, you're
themselves.
right.
yeah. Ash, you hear in your head Lulu's voice. I was stuck in a wall.
Man, that must have been really tough. I'm sorry.
It was very sticky.
I bet, yeah.
Well, we shouldn't have to go back up into the nests, but hopefully we can find whatever vehicle this is rolling around out there.
Hopefully.
And we're loosely going back in the same direction, sort of, right?
Yeah, you can, like, sort of curve back, because, I mean, you'd just be passing by the demon zapper on your way to Uldrak's place, so.
Demons out
Yeah,
there.
we gotta go. Oh yeah, it's a big tower. There's a unicorn in a bubble, and any demons that run by get zapped and blow up, kind of.
I love it.
It's okay. We got to go back there anyway. Once we get Uldrak's blood, after we deliver this other blood.
Of course, yeah. To the guy who's shrunk in a helmet.
Yes, that's Uldrak.
Yep.
And then we go back to the zapper and then somewhere else.
Mel is listening to this exchange and she's just thinking in her head that Ash must think we're bonkers because this
100%.
sounds like a fucking fever dream.
Oh yeah.
It is very
Do
hot
you,
here.
do you guys have a container to hold Uldrak's blood?
We must, I was thinking about this today actually. We must have an empty health potion vial. Somebody has drank a health potion at
Yeah,
some
but
point.
did you keep the vial?
I mean, I got one I can drink, but like We also do we know how much blood we need?
Enough to drink.
Hmm.
Oh, well that's fine. I got a water skin we can fill up.
Okay. Just a water
I will
skin
not
of
read.
Titan blood.
Yeah,
Sure.
we have a vial of dragon god blood.
Yeah.
What if we just drink that? What if we just take that to the
You have to
demon's
take that
Avernus?
to Aldrak anyway. Aldrak needs to empty that out. So could we not then get Aldrak to like fill
Just
it
fill it
back
back
up
up.
with his own blood at the end?
Yeah, hand it to him. Hey, we need the bottle though, so be careful with it.
Yeah, don't smash it on the ground. Just unstopper it and do what you need to do.
I think that's a pretty solid plan.
Let
Yeah,
me just double check to make sure that there was no specific amount needed for
We
Ralzala.
asked someone how much we needed, and the answer we got was enough.
Well, I'm making sure that you guys don't have any unseen consequences here. Okay, cool. I've got the information I need. So, as you continue your travel, it does get later into the day. You've been traveling for quite a bit of time. You're not yet where the dust cloud was, but a time for rest is upon you.
should we look and find a place to bed down that's safe-ish?
I think that's probably best for all of us.
I'm not very good at spotting those kinds of places.
Survival roll.
Would be a survival roll, yep.
Okay.
Go on, do ranger thing.
21.
Alrighty. So, Melioris, you spot a place that would be able to offer protection of the element studies Avernus, though it is not the most appealing of locations. A fallen hell wasp nest, abandoned, a husk of what it once was on the ground. The opening, since it has crashed and fallen, now easily accessible to those that do not need to fly into it or climb up the chance.
Guess we could scope it out really quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should definitely check inside of that thing.
Got it.
Mel is gonna look at Lulu and she's gonna say aloud, "Will it be too traumatic for you if we were to sleep in there?"
Uh, Mel, you get the voice of Lulu in your head, and I mean, only if you can promise that I won't get trapped in the wall again.
Why don't we see if the walls are still sticky? Maybe they're not sticky anymore. I don't know.
Okay, if the walls aren't sticky, I'll be good.
Okay.
So, let us get a we'll have Magda and Zeta stay out with Lulu while the rest of you can scope out this hell wasp nest to make sure that it is safe for bedding down, not sticky, and any other troubles that might be unforeseen from the outside.
Should we quietly sneak around this place and make sure it's empty?
Oh, we try. I mean, I won't make any promises. I mean, I was just gonna pop my head in there and
How big is it, Faye? Because the last one that we were in was like 5 or 6 floors.
It was only 4, and it's about the same
Okay, it
size.
was 4 floors.
no, it's on the
Not a
ground. It's
floor.
all
Yeah.
crushed up.
That means more things could get in it.
Okay, well, you know what? We're not gonna know until we go in and find out. So we can try and sneak up on it. Uh, Again, I'm not gonna make any promises.
Would it help if I did pass without trace?
It would help a lot. I don't know how much though.
Well, I'll cast it anyway. It's the end of the day.
Great. Let's do it then.
We're sneaking.
All right.
Oh no. Well, Mel got a 40. 40.
Oh,
Incredible.
yeah.
That's a
29?
12.
Okay. So, as you start scoping it out, you're able to crawl into the opening. On the first level that you enter in, it seems very dry. No stickiness. But it also seems empty, at least on this level, but you do see the passages that lead to the next.
And this one entrance area seems big enough for all of us.
I mean, it's big enough for you guys to get into, for sure.
Fine. I'll go do a little bit more scoping ahead.
Okay. That'll be a stealth roll.
Okay.
We're all staying together, right?
It's even worse.
Mel is making sure she stays within 30 feet of you guys.
Well, that makes that an 11.
Yeah, it's an 11, but it's a natural. You remember we used to have these conversations
No,
all the
I
time.
know.
I only
It's a
got a
20, but it's a
37 this
natural
time.
one.
I do honor the natural one. This is right. So, as your group is making your way into the next portion, again, the walls here seem mostly dry, save for where you step, Ash. As your foot gets stuck. But then as you look down to sort of see what you're stuck in, you realize that it's not so much that it's stuck, but that something has grabbed you.
No.
And you would see this amalgamation of different angel parts that are rotting.
No.
We're going to roll an initiative here.
I don't
We could
wanna.
run. You said
You
could
could,
run.
well,
Stuck, it's holding me.
well, Ash is grappled, so
Mel is horrified and rolled a 2.
I need a d8 roll from Mel as well.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I don't want to fall down here. That's a 3.
You're fine. Why don't we use this as a sort of simulation?
Twinsies, but inverted twinsies.
Hmm. Ugh.
Alrighty. Let's get some good battle music. Alrighty. Our animated angel corpses as they rot and hold Ash here are going to try and get a more secure grip on you, Ash. With a 23 to hit
Yeah.
for 15 bludgeoning damage as they start crawling up and holding you more steadfast. So not just your ankle, but now like fully around your legs.
Okay.
And then you feel a sort of draining experience. I'd like for you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. It's a 22.
Alrighty, you are fine. But that will be it for the creature, and Meliors, it'll be your turn.
Okay, Meliors doesn't like the look of this thing. So I'm gonna run up to it. You know, that's what I do. And I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark on it. I can find that on my sheet. There we go. Oh, well, I guess that breaks my concentration on Pass Without Trace. I'm trying to type and talk at the same time, and that never works very well. Okay, now I'm going to hit it a bunch. That's a 12.
Unfortunately, that's a miss.
Great. 17.
That will hit.
Cool. I will make it a dreadful strike. That's going to be 8 points of slashing, 10 points of psychic, and 5 points of force.
Okay, very good.
And then I will make my Nick attack. That's a natural 1.
That is unfortunately a miss. Alright. Saren, you're up next.
Saren will cast a 4th level guiding bolt at this thing. First bonus action, I'm going to use my innate sorcery.
Okay.
Because it's kind of scary.
Oh, don't worry.
I do. Oh my gosh, my page closed. So I get triple advantage.
Go for it.
I'm just gonna roll all 3.
Yeah.
Uh, 16, 24.
24 will hit.
It's not bad. 27 radiant, and it's glowing.
Okay.
Crush for anyone else.
Yeah, I'm doing DM
Yep.
things real quick.
Oh, dislike.
Yep. Seconded.
Alright. And then... You said how much damage it was? 23?
27 radiant.
27.
27, and it's glowing.
Okay, cool. Alrighty. Ash, it is now
Uh-huh.
your turn.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna pull out my flail. We'll take a swing. It's an 11.
That misses.
This thing sucks. But that's a natural 20.
That'll hit.
So we've got. We'll do that. 8, 10, 14 bludgeoning.
Okay.
And then we're gonna add on a psionic strike, which is 8 plus 4 is 12 psychic. Oh,
So,
I'm sorry, force.
as you are dealing this blow, the amalgamation of parts begins to shake and judder, and it explodes outward into... Doo-doo-doo-doo.
Control
Just-
advantage on that first miss.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Damn.
I know.
Double natty ones?
No, it was a 2 and a 3.
Oh.
Damn.
Yeah, my
It
dice really let me down.
bursts into a lot of
Mm,
hands. Oh wait, there's
no.
one that's not... There we go. Alright. So, that happens after you land that strike. So, what would you like to do?
I guess I have a bonus action.
Yeah?
What do we got? You know what? I'm just gonna take a second wind.
Okay.
So, I feel good about that choice.
Alright. As you do that, we come to our crawling claw. Oh. And it is going to scurry over to Melioris. And that's going to be a 21 to hit.
Yeah.
This is to Mel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I cannot carry that.
Alright, that is going to be a lovely 2 points of necrotic damage.
Great, let me roll that con save for my hunter's mark.
Alright, you're
Okay.
good. And then crawling claw A, where are you at, buddy? There you are. It's going to make its way over to Saren. So it will provoke the attack of opportunity from Ash. if you'd like to
Oh
use a
yeah, I'll
reaction.
take that. I will take that. It's a 13.
13 it will hit.
Great. 9 bludgeoning.
So before it even makes it to Saren, it goes away. But then we have Crawling Claw B going to scurry up to Ash.
The purple triangle is making me nervous.
That's not me doing
Don't worry about it.
that.
Don't worry about it.
So that one's gonna miss Ash. C is gonna crawl over to Saren. But misses. D gonna crawl up to Melioris. For a natural 1, so that's gonna miss. And then H is already by Melioris. With a 22 to hit.
It's
Another 2 points of necrotic damage. It's Melioris, it is your turn.
okay. Let's make that con save. I'm fine. Okay. I don't think it's gonna be worth it because I don't think they're positioned. Anyway, I wanted to use a cool new thing I got, but it's not gonna be. I'm assuming the thing that I hunter's marked
Does not
Um,
exist anymore.
doesn't exist anymore. So I guess I'll just hunter's mark Claw D and attack it. I'm assuming a 26 hit. 10, well, 10 plus the hunter's mark. 10 slashing, 5 force.
Alright, you said that was to D?
Yep.
D's gone.
Is it? Oh, great. I'll make my second attack on G. That's a 26 to hit again. For 9 points of slashing. And
G
I will
is
make
gone.
my awesome Nick attack on H. Is a 13 hit?
13 will hit.
Great. 9 points. Slashing from my silvered scimitar.
Alrighty, and H also gone. Alright, so that is going to be the end of Mel's turn, bringing us to Saren.
We will True Strike. It's Classy. Wow, 16.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, it's only a 14 to hit.
yeah.
Still good? So 2 plus a 10 radiant damage.
And C is gone.
That'll be it.
Crawling Claw E is going to just reposition itself a little better near Ash and attempt to strike for 14 to hit.
Yes.
2 points necrotic damage.
Got it.
And then F also gonna move in just to get a little better positioning on Ash. for a 21, which deals 2 points necrotic.
Got it.
And then it is your turn, Ash.
Cool. I'm gonna also pull out my short sword on my turn. But I'm gonna hit E first with my flail.
Heck yeah.
It's a 25.
Oh, definitely.
I'm gonna re-roll that with Savage Attacker. I'll take the 7. That's fine.
It's dead.
Great. Moving on to B. It's a natural 20.
Oh, yeah.
For 12, 16 bludgeoning.
B is gone.
Okay, and then we'll hit F with my short sword as a bonus action. It's a 14
That'll hit.
for 5 slashing. Nope, piercing, sorry.
And it's gone, meaning you are no longer bound to initiative.
Sorry,
Well, it's okay. Better to find it now than when we're asleep.
I guess so.
All right, you guys.
I'm good.
I'm okay. Is there anywhere else to explore in here, Faye?
There's a few other levels, sure.
Well, we should probably check everything out.
Might as well.
That thing was pretty gross.
I hated it.
So, as you check out the rest of the area, luckily you do not find any other amalgamations. And it is truly empty.
It's great.
Though it does smell,
Find anything?
like rotting angel meat.
Well, yeah, could be worse.
Can I take a look around for anything that might be useful?
Yeah, why don't you give me a investigation roll?
18.
18. As you're looking around, you would find firstly a pack with a couple of bottles in it.
Are the bottles empty?
Some of them are.
How many empty ones we got?
Two empty ones and two that have liquid within them.
Okay. I found some bottles.
Oh, good. That's that problem solved.
A couple of them have stuff in it.
Oh, what is it?
I don't know.
Can I see one?
I will toss a non-empty bottle to Ash.
Uh-oh, okay. I'll catch it.
Will you?
Yes. Yes, I will. And I'll pop it open and give a sniff.
Okay. As you give a sniff, it smells like a potion. You would see, looking at the bottle, it's a little covered in grime, but there is this sort of red that expands from a tiny bead and then contracts and then repeats that process.
I'll put the stopper back in. Well, it's a potion. I can tell you that much.
Is the one that I didn't throw the same?
It does not seem to have the same effects, no, but it does seem to be a potion.
Oh, I got another one, but it looks different than that one.
Well, I'm sure we can figure out what it is, what they are.
Can I pull out one of the potions of healing that I have and compare it to either of either of the potions?
Yeah.
Or both? Does it look
Um,
like a match?
no, they do not look like a match.
Yep, it's not another one of these.
Any of them
No.
have toenails in them?
No. The one that Saren holds seems to have a sort of yellow color to it.
Can I make like a history or arcana check to try and figure it out?
Um, I think there is a ruling on figuring out potions. Give me a moment to double check. Potions, potions.
Here, Lulu, try this.
Potions. Uh, Identifying. All right, so identify is the fastest way to do it. Or you can spend time to learn it. You could try and taste it. Uh, that might tell you what kind of
Well,
potion it is.
maybe we can get everyone else inside and settled, and we can try and figure it out.
Yeah,
Maybe one of them's Shadow Demon be gone.
that would be pretty useful, huh?
So convenient.
Yeah.
All right, we'll get the others in and start relaxing for a rest.
All right, are you guys going to be taking watches?
Yes.
Yeah,
All right, what's our order?
I'll take first, since the whole angel thing was my fault.
I can go second.
Last.
Okay. Um. Oh yeah, the bottles was only the first thing that Saren found. There was another thing. He found a weapon.
Oh,
It is a what you would find is a trident.
a trident.
Oh.
Mhm.
Feel like there's anything special about this trident?
It definitely feels magical.
Oh. Well, this looks fancy.
It does look fancy.
I can try and figure out this potion, and I can try and figure out what's going on with this trident as well.
Okay. I'll work on this potion then.
Okay. So, spending some time during this, we've got what Ash would figure out. And then the first thing Saren figures out
Oh.
and then with this second thing, you would only find out anything that is not under bolded.
Holy shit.
While you guys are taking some time to do that, Ash,
Yo.
let's get a perception check for your watch.
Okay. How do you feel about a 24?
I feel good about that. I will keep that in
Yeah, me
mind.
too.
Uh,
Thank you.
what are you doing during your watch? What's it look like?
Uh, I feel pretty bad about the whole gross smelling angel thing. Um, but I'm, keeping an eye out, and if I can, I'd like to spend a portion of my watch attuning to my new item, um, the periaptive health.
Yeah, easily.
But other than that, between that and everything else, I'm on a swivel.
And you notice the sounds of perpetual warfare that leak in from the walls of this thing, but
Mm.
other than that, nothing comes close to your little haven. All right. Next watch is Saren. Let's get a perception roll.
20.
Heck yeah, I'll keep that in mind. What does your watch look like, Saren?
Saren spends time figuring out this potion and this trident, and keeping an eye on the ground and looking for any moving hands, watching the entrance that came through. There's a lot to pay attention to, so he's trying to split his time responsibly and make sure nothing surprises them.
Okay. Well, you are able to get through your watch with no issues. There are no crawling claws that watch. There are a few sounds that pierce through the shell of this hell wasp nest, but no damages or any disturbances. Bringing us to Melioras. What would you like to do? Firstly, let's get a perception roll.
It's a 19.
Beautiful, I'll keep that in mind. And then, what would you like to do on your watch? What does that look like?
I would like to attune to this amulet of appearance,
Lovely.
if I could,
Easily done.
which means I now know something about it that I didn't know about it before.
You do.
And I think I'm going to be pondering about how I feel about that knowledge as I'm keeping an eye on things and making sure we're not being crept up upon by something unpleasant. Or something pleasant. If that happens, I want to know about it too.
As you are keeping your watch, you would notice a presence join you on your watch in the form of little Lulu. Um, and she sort of just sits next to you, um, stretching her wings out as if she had just woken up.
How are you doing? Are you okay in here?
A little. It's okay when I'm awake, but when I was sleeping, my dreams got weird and I didn't like them.
No.
Yeah, it was like I was in the wall again and it was sticky and and I could hear you guys, but you guys couldn't get me out this time.
Oh. Well, thankfully it was just a dream.
Yeah. When I woke up, all the ground was not sticky and the walls were away from me, so it was good waking up.
Did you get enough sleep?
I think so. I think I'll be okay.
That's good.
You look shiny now. Like more than normal.
Thank you. It's this new necklace.
It's very pretty.
Isn't it?
So, no disturbances on your watch, aside from the pleasant company of Lulu. Meaning that you all can press your long rest buttons as you gain a successful long rest.
Once everybody's up, Saren would just kind of to the group say, so this yellow potion here, I think it kind of has the same effect as when I make you faster, but because it's not a spell, I don't think it's going to sap some of your strength and speed after it wears off.
That's good.
Yeah.
Well, potentially two of us could be fast. At
Well, this
once.
potion makes you bigger.
Oh, that's cool. I don't think this potion would help me much since I don't do a lot of the, I'm not in there attacking a whole lot. Sometimes, but not often. Now this thing, and Saren's gonna stab it into the, into the, into the nest. This thing, I think, it's definitely magical, and it definitely is going to help you hit things really, really hard, or stab them.
Hmm.
And I feel like with the weight of it, and you might even be able to do more attacks in a short amount of time than you might normally be able to do. And I feel like it would hit things really hard. Just got a lot of, you know, a lot of stabbiness. Definitely not my style. I think it's light enough and balanced enough you could use it with one hand or two hands. But it's ultimately not for me.
It's a great find.
You can always sell it if no one wants it, or hold it as a bartering chip.
Who said I didn't want it?
I'm just putting it out there.
I was just worried that I'd have to fight somebody for it.
The only person I can think
Right.
you'd have to fight would be maybe the paladin.
Well, the paladin's still snoozing behind us, so I'll
I
hold
like
on
my
to it.
scimitars.
I'll hold on to it.
Okay. I will.
I just think it'll hit things really hard.
Okay. I get that. You said that like 3 times.
So, anything that's not emboldened, uh, you you would only know the bolt stuff after attunement.
Got it.
Alrighty. So, successful long rest, and a day ahead of you. Some item and knowledge trading about. I think that is a great time for us to call for a little mid-session break. And we will pick up here in about 5-ish minutes. So, as we return, what would you guys like to do for your day? As you have traded knowledge items. If someone wants to attune to their fancy new weapon, you guys can take an hour to plan and attune.
I would like to do so, yes.
Okay. Now you know all the bolded information.
Nice.
Should we get closer to the wasp nests and try and find whatever's kicking up all that dust?
Yes, please.
Hopefully it's still around.
All right. And let's get a travels check. So if someone in the group wants to make a survival roll.
Me again, I'm assuming.
That's your choice. Anyone can make this roll, but I will say that Rangers probably have some of the best survival out of the group.
I just don't want to presume that I'm rolling every time.
Hey, I'll do it. It won't be pretty though.
Same.
Okay,
Ranger's gonna range.
that's a 24.
Nice.
Impossible for me to even get.
Same.
So, as you're able to move in the direction that you had kind of seen the dust cloud in the last time, unfortunately, whoever was here is no longer here. But with a 24, I would say that you see some tracks.
Nice.
If you would like, and this can be for anyone, this is now a group check of, individual roles. If you would like to discern more about what made the dust cloud, I'd ask for another survival check here.
For anybody.
19.
For any and everyone.
It's a big 4.
Also 19.
Oh, twinsies again.
Ash, you know that it was multiple vehicles. That's really all you can tell.
There's definitely more than one set of tracks here.
What? I literally just had this pulled up. Oh my goodness. Ah. What Saren and Mel would be able to discern is at least 3 Devil's Rides and what looks to be a Demon Grinder and a Tormentor tracks.
We hid from these guys before.
We did.
Perhaps we did.
Prior to you linking up with us, Ash, we saw a group consisting of the same number of each vehicle,
Oh.
and we found a place to make ourselves scarce until they passed us by.
Any reason to hide from them now?
We're desperate for vehicles now.
Yes, we are.
No. Maybe this is one of the war leaders that Smiler wants us to behead.
That would be convenient.
Well, then let's go get them.
Which way are the tracks leading?
Towards the Demon Zapper.
At least we're not going out of our way. At least they're going the same direction as us, kind of.
Yeah.
For now, at least. It might change if you follow them far enough.
Perhaps.
But there's only one way to find out. Let's get a survival roll to track the infernal war machines.
Ooh, getting worse. That's a 15.
Okay.
I'm helping.
I'm trying my best.
I will take all these numbers into account.
I'm sure you will.
So, as your group moves, it's slow going, your travel pace right now, as you're trying to make sure you don't lose your lead. Do you have any conversations amongst yourselves as you make your walk, your distance?
Ash, is that trident gonna work out for you?
I think so, yeah. Feels good. It's a good weight.
Yeah, I told you.
Yeah.
Melioras, do you think you would like this potion?
And that makes you go fast.
And then doesn't make you go slow later.
Yeah.
Okay. That is
Do I
one potion of speed for
potion
you.
of speed? Perfect.
As you're traveling, I need to do a little DM snooping.
I don't consent to DM snooping.
Too late.
Too late.
Too late.
Damn.
I've already snooped.
I can't believe you've done this.
Where is the trust?
So, here's the trust. When I say that I'm DM snooping, I'm usually already halfway in the process of doing it.
Thank you.
Meliors, you're the one that sees this, and unfortunately you don't quite see it in enough time to perhaps react and prepare yourself. It is a dust cloud that is approaching your group quickly. Not only does it seem that you have found the infernal war machines, but it seems that this party has also found you. As there is the rumble of their vehicles that will catch all of your attention as you see the 5 vehicles getting closer and closer, manned by all sorts of devil veterans, and one of them, the demon grinder, bearing a banner of a red cloth wrapped in chains to create an 8. And I am going to ask for an initiative.
Good grief.
Holy shit.
Now, I will say that for our little demon grinder tormentor cart things, we're using a lot of imagination. The devils on there are not exactly in that area. It's just enough for me to visualize how many are on there. But this is D&D. We use our imaginations. Okay, you know what? I'm going to do this first. Let's get some battle music. Alrighty. Man, this is looking like that rats encounter.
Oh man.
So,
It's alright, we just shoot the barrels, right?
right? So, oh no! Goodness gracious. Starting us off is going to be our Princeps Kovic upon the Devil's Ride, and as it comes speeding forward, the chain devil atop of it is going to attempt to use its attack against Ash with a 13 that misses.
No, that just hit.
Oh, that just hits?
Yeah.
Dealing 11 points of slashing damage, and you are grappled. While you are grappled, you are considered restrained. As the Princeps continues driving, dragging you along as it starts to pull you back towards its compatriots.
That's pretty rude, Faye.
Oh yeah, it is. From this drive, you are going to take an additional 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And then our barbed devil on the tormentor is going to you see it climbs up to the top of the tormentor where you see this um, figure. Instead of where you have seen harpoons before, there is instead a wax torso of a human and a crank. And as this barbed devil turns the crank, I'm going to ask for Saren to give me a wisdom saving throw.
Ten.
All right. Unfortunately, that is a failure. Meaning you will take 30 points of psychic damage.
Cool.
All right. And then our barbed devil can't do much anything. Is gonna hold a reaction, hold his action ready to take a swipe of his glaive if someone gets close enough, either through approaching or being driven closer. As Meliodas, it is now your turn.
Boy, I have a couple of questions.
I may have some answers.
This handy dandy potion of speed that I got
Yes.
does not say if drinking it is an action or a bonus action.
All potions assume to be bonus actions unless it specifies in its description otherwise.
Okay. I wasn't planning to take it this soon, but you know, this doesn't look good for the home team. So, well, the away team, I guess, not from here. So I'm gonna go ahead and down that potion of speed.
You could say from the homies team, because you know you guys are friends.
I could have said that, yep, but I didn't. And then, can you please, the second question, can you please make a ruling on what square I am starting my turn on? Because I am kind of covering multiple.
There you are.
There we go, thank you. Okay. I have everything I want to do. Okay. Only gonna be able to get princeps, but that's okay. Great. And I have a description for this. Mel is gonna cast a spell that she's never cast before. And shadows are gonna kind of rise up around her in sharp contrast. And she's gonna take on kind of a dark fey appearance. Still beautiful, but also kind of terrifying as she casts fear. So I am gonna need, there's only that one creature in a 30-foot cone, unfortunately. I'm gonna need Princeps to make a wisdom saving throw. And the DC is 15.
Princeps gets a 20.
Gosh darn it. Okay. I also haven't cast this spell before, but I'm assuming, like, it's concentration, but it's only concentration if it worked. Right? Like, there'd be no reason to continue concentrating otherwise. I'm assuming. It's not like...
Yeah, I mean, you can just drop concentration whenever, so if it didn't work, you can just drop it so it's not beholden to anything.
Right, because it's not like...
Yeah, it's not like
go into that cone. Like, it's not an ongoing thing unless it worked on the person.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I'm not concentrating anymore, but that's that spell slot gone. But I do have my hasted action, I believe.
Yeah.
Shoot, I was really that would have been cool if it had worked. But anyway, am I able to get close enough to Princeps to attack?
Uh,
Or I guess it's
I mean, with
moving.
well, your movement is doubled because of haste, so like you have enough movement to get there.
It's my movement post 10-foot reduction, right?
Yeah, so you're
So yeah. So 40 minus 10 is 30 times 2 is 60, but I also get an extra 10 feet in the opening round, so that would be 70.
mm-hmm.
Yes, so I'm assuming I can catch up to Princess.
Yeah, easily.
Okay. And my hasted action, if I attack, I can just make one attack. Right?
Right.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna make an attack. That's not gonna hit, that's 12.
That is unfortunately a miss. Alrighty. Bearded Devil B is upon our Demon Grinder. And is going to wait to utilize the Wrecking Ball as it sat back there. But C, that is a huge area. C is going to utilize the Harpoon Flinger upon the Demon Grinder and try to strike at Mel. Does a... No, that's not gonna hit. I don't even know why I was asking. A 10 is gonna miss. And that'll be it for that one. But Barbed Devil B is going to... I believe it's within range for this. Yeah. Is gonna throw some fire as it leans out of the Infernal War Machine towards Saren. With an 18 to hit
Yeah, that'll hit.
for 13 fire damage. And then it will throw another bit of fire at Melioras. But a 12, I believe, misses.
Absolutely it does.
Alright, our Bearded Devil D is gonna use the Devil's Ride to get a little closer, and just uses the action, the dash action here to grind through the space, taking hard turns, and just causing a lot of dust to stir up. The area of the battlefield is now lightly obscured. Alright, and then our Devil Rider E is on one of the other Harpoon Flingers, and we're getting an attack towards Melioras. But a 14, I believe, misses.
Yep.
Alright, F is gonna hold his turn. As will G. Ash, it is your turn. You are restrained
Okay.
in the grapple of the chains.
Okay. This is a lot to do on a first turn, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try and get out of the grapple.
Alright. That is athletics or acrobatics.
Okay. It's an 18 athletics.
I do believe that's enough. Let me just double check.
Sure.
Yeah, you're good.
Great. Then I'm going to bonus action Psi-powered leap.
Okay.
and then action surge.
Okay.
This is a lot. So I'm gonna jump up and fly over here
All right. So you
to
get
Princess.
yeah, right behind him. Oh, right in front of him because of the way that he'd be
Yeah.
facing.
And we're gonna stab at him with my new pitchfork.
Heck yeah.
First is a 26.
Definitely hits.
Uh, that's a 12 piercing. Then 23.
Yep.
I'm gonna re-roll that. Yeah, like that. 14 piercing.
Okay.
And then bonus action is an 18.
An 18 will also hit.
Right. For 15 piercing, and I'm gonna make that a psionic strike.
Okay.
So he gets another 7 force.
Okay.
I'm sorry, 8 force. It's a +1.
Okay. Then cool. All right. And is that it for Ash?
I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm just gonna sit there.
Okay. Our Devil H is going to, under the cover of this light obfuscation, ride forward towards Saren and try and slash by in a bit of a drive-by action. That is a natural 20 to hit Saren.
Okay.
That will deal 11 slashing, and I need a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my divine shield reaction on that.
Then if you... No, because that only makes it resistant. So yeah, I still need
Correct.
the con save.
That's a natural 1.
Cool. So as the drive-by strike happens, this glaive cuts deep into you, and you can feel it burning and lingering. You gain an infernal wound.
Okay.
But yeah, then he just drives off. And I is gonna wait his turn. Saren, it's your go.
Cool.
How you doing?
What do you mean by that?
Well, I know how Saren's doing physically. How's the mental tell going on here?
Yeah, no, we're okay.
Okay.
I think I have to do a level 4 cure wounds on myself.
Okay.
That's 49 healing.
Yeah?
Which is good. We like that. And then I'll do a Shield of Faith on myself also, without a spell slot.
Beautiful.
And then I'm going to move. I'll move down right about here,
Alrighty.
and I'm concentrating.
Alright, so
That's
as
it.
you move there, our barbed devil C is going to throw some fire as it leans out the side, 2 hurling flames toward Ash. Uh, 13, you said just hits,
Mm-hmm.
for 14 fire damage.
I'll take half.
Woohoo! And then that's a natural 1, so don't worry about that.
I won't. Thank you.
Alright, our driver is going to move forward and lead our demon grinder through the area, and our devil G is going to be able to take a swipe at Melioris. With the glaive. That's a 22 to hit Mel for 4 points of slashing damage, and I need a con save.
Hang on a second.
Oop.
15 plus 4 is 22. So yeah, I just barely can't carry that. So you said 4 points?
4 points slashing,
Okay.
and then a con save.
19.
You're fine. Alright, and then as it starts to get about here, just within range of the swinging of the wrecking ball also coming towards you, Melioris. Which is going to be a natural 1. Don't worry about that. As you hear a crunch as this wrecking ball strikes into the side of the demon grinder. And then our barbed devil driver is going to turn and start bringing this thing down to get closer, but that'll be it. And Kovic is going to try and get both of you guys wrapped up, because you're both seeming to be a bit of a problem here. First is going to be at
Accomplished
Melioris.
nothing. I don't see how I'm a problem at all.
You are in Kovic's way, but that's a 9 to hit Melioris, so don't worry about that. But that is going to be a 12, which I do believe misses Ash, so you're fine. And then no bonus actions. Alright, A is going to... Can you crank the thing again? Yeah, you can crank this thing again. As the wax figure continues to scream, I need a wisdom save from Melioris this time.
16.
16, you're fine. That means you'll take half damage here. So that'll be 11 points of psychic damage instead of the full amount. And then Bearded Devil A is on the other side. I think she's gonna wait. Melioris, what do you want to do?
So many things. I would like to do so many things. Firstly, try this again. Let's try different targets this time.
You get
I
it
don't know
right.
if that.
You might be able to get the
Nice.
driver.
That's what I was hoping for the driver. If I get that, can I get the 3 on the top, the driver, and the 1 in the middle on the bottom?
Yep.
Alright, DC 15 wisdom saves from all of those as I'll cast here.
Oh no. They are immune to the frightened condition.
They still no, I guess they wouldn't drop what they're holding. Okay, well that was another useless turn. Okay, hasted action. Wait, they appear to be equipped with things. The bearded devils on the.
Some of them do. If they're not manning a station, they look to have glaives. The ones that are on the Devil's Rides definitely have glaives, as far as the bearded devils go.
Just yeah, okay, yeah. Some of the ones on the Demon Grinder are manning stations.
Correct.
So with those ones, they would be busy manning their station, which I'm assuming would be attacking things outside. I'm basically trying to make an assessment of whether or not I want to get up onto the Demon Grinder with 8 hostile folks. And I'm trying to get a sense of how many would be able to attack me if I got up there. Gonna do it. Can I use my movement to get up onto the Demon Grinder?
Oh yeah, easily.
Can I get like right here?
Yeah.
Great. I'm going to attack. Which of these guys is not manning a station?
G is not manning a station. The one in the middle.
I will use my hasted attack to attack G. Oh my god, that's a 13.
13 just hits.
Okay, I'll take it.
Just like me, for real.
I'm gonna turn it into a dreadful strike.
Yeah, go for it.
It's 9 points of magical slashing and 7 points of psychic.
Alrighty. Alright, B is going to step out of where it's holding on the wrecking ball and try and get that loosed from where it struck at the grinder. C is going to stay in the harpoon flinger. Barb Devil B, however, is going to again lean out and throw some fire at Saren. An 8 is gonna miss,
Yes.
as will a 9.
Yes.
D is going to pull back some here and wait. But E is gonna step down and... Oh, I lost Mel. Goodness gracious. No, I didn't want to grab. Ah! This is such an ordeal.
Undo, undo.
Right?
Mhm.
Okay, you know what? We're gonna move you out of the way right now. We're gonna take Melior's over here right now. Link these guys back up. I'm never using stickers again. That's a lie. Alright, so E moves in to be next to Mel, and we'll take some unarmed strikes because he does not have his glaive. The first unarmed strike is going to be with his beard, which is going to miss. And his next attack, he's just going to try and punch you.
What are the chances of one of these guys are the one that I killed? Below the Pan Panther.
Who knows? But the punch is a natural 1, so that's a miss. And
Too beautiful with this amulet. They're just
yeah.
all agog.
F is going to stay in his place. G is going to
Say he is.
return the attack, turning to face you. First is going to be the glaive hit with a 23 for 10 slashing, and I need a Constitution saving throw.
Is this against me?
It is against you, Mel.
You said 10 slashing?
10 slashing with a con save.
That's an 18.
You're fine, but then the beard attack is going to come with a 23, healing 8 points of piercing damage. And an interesting thing happens here, Meliors. As for a brief moment, flashing in your mind, you see a face that strikes a vague memory within you. It's the first tradesperson you dealt with when you turned to the surface, as they gained the poisoned condition for the next few seconds. And then, Ash, it is your turn.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna stab this guy with my pitchfork some more.
Yeah, go for it.
That's a 16 to hit.
16 will hit.
It's 11 piercing.
Alright,
17
lovely.
for 12 piercing.
Beautiful.
And this is a psionic strike, a 19
Yep.
for, I'm gonna roll that again. Much better. 14 piercing. And 1 force, but I would like him to make a strength saving throw.
Okay. That's an 8.
It's a failure. He's pushed 10 foot horizontally, and he is prone.
Yeah, right there.
Ah,
And prone.
Sorry. Can I
Uh,
use the rest of my movement to hop onto his bike?
yeah, it's only 5 feet of movement to mount a bike.
Great. I'm getting on there.
Alright,
run him over.
um,
I'm not joking.
you do now, because you have the bike, a Devil's Ride has a speed of 150 feet, or not 150, 120, and you would just reduce 5 because you've already used 5 feet of your own movement.
Great. Then I'm just gonna scoot it right over him.
Yeah. All right. Cool. We'll say roll me a d6 for scooch damage.
Scooch damage is incredible. 5.
All right.
5 scooch damage.
Beautiful. And you are now a current owner of a Devil's Ride.
Hell yeah.
And then our bearded devil H is gonna come over, sliding through. Seeing that you are now atop a Devil's Ride that you shouldn't be, gonna rush over and swing the glaive at you, Ash.
I bet.
In a drive-by maneuver. That is a 24 to hit,
Yeah, that hits.
dealing 6 slashing damage, and if you could please give me a Constitution saving throw.
Love to. That's a 26.
You are fine, and he will just pass by.
Oh, can I use my reaction?
You can.
I'd like to Hellish Rebuke.
Okay.
I need a dex save.
Sure thing. Uh, 16.
So you'll take half of 13.
Well, he is immune
Yeah,
to
I
fire.
That's fine.
As we've got Devil Eye, also gonna try and help get the, what's it called? Back into working order, the Wrecking Ball. Saren, it's your turn. Kovic is still grounded, prone.
Okay.
Melee attacks are at advantage.
He's under a motorcycle.
You could say that Ash had enough movement to, like, just move a little bit beyond.
I could scooch a little bit more. It's fine. I'm sorry. That's my bad.
Okay. I'm gonna use my bonus action to go with my innate sorcery.
Yeah.
And for my action, we're going to start rolling with a gravity smash, which is a very new spell. I got a 40-foot radius. That all becomes difficult terrain until the start of my next turn. I channel this until the beginning of my next turn. When the spell ends, the gravity reaches critical magnitude, and all the creatures in the cylinder get smashed downwards. There's a strength saving throw in there. On a failed throw, they're going to take 8d10 force damage and be prone. If the spell ends before the start of my next turn, it's only 4d10 force damage on a failure instead. Okay, 40-foot radius, here we go. And while I start this, I'm going to shout at Mel, "Get out of there."
Holy
That's not even big enough.
Yeah?
That looks good.
Wow.
So long as no one moves out of that, right?
It's difficult terrain, but yeah.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna go over here.
Okay.
That does drop my sacred, or my shield of faith.
Yep.
Now I'm concentrating on this.
Alright. Well. Luckily, Barbed Devil Seed does not need to move to throw fire at Saren. And at Ash.
Dang, he got a attack range of 70?
150 feet to hurl flames.
That's rude.
That is a 20 to hit Saren,
That'll hit.
19 fire.
I can't save.
Yep.
Natural 1. There goes the spell.
So it's 40 to, yeah.
So it still goes off.
Yep. Unfortunately, Mel is also going to get this.
So everything in there needs to take a strength, make a strength save.
Alright, I'm not rolling individually for all of these devils, so we're just gonna get a group roll for the two of them, and then...
Hey, I got a 22!
Oh, look at that! Alright, barbed devils get an 18.
Pass.
Bearded devils get a 22.
Pass.
And Kovic also gets a 22.
Everybody passes.
Is it a saver
So
set?
it's 2d10.
Ah.
Nope, it's half.
So
2d10 force.
if it's half, it's gonna be 4, and then they just take half the damage.
I mean, okay, yeah. Everyone takes 14 force. Nobody is prone.
Kovic's looking real rough here.
Does G go down?
G I don't think goes down.
Damn it.
Kovic's the one that's been taking the most damage here.
Oh, I hit G that one time.
You hit him once!
I know.
If only there was, like, a way to affect health en masse.
I was like, I just did! I'm with you. For your guys.
Yeah, like, if I could just, like, apply all. But G is also looking rough. Just not down. Alrighty. So we've got fire coming towards Ash now. A 14
Yep,
or 13.
I will take half.
Beautiful. Alright, our driver is going to try and steer and turn this so that way the wrecking ball that is now swinging freely will be able to strike at Ash on the next turn.
No thanks.
Yep, it's gonna try and do that.
I don't wanna.
And then our driver of the Tormentor is going to move to give a bit of follow-up, a little bit of pressure on Mel if she tries to escape. And then Kovic is going to stand up and chain towards Ash. Just misses with a 12.
Nice.
And then a chain towards Saren. Come on, die. Did you not roll? Buddy. Oh my goodness, my dice. Alright, that's gonna be a 24 to hit Saren.
Yeah, that'll hit.
I forgot. Dice here are gonna be... Okay. Is it coming through now? Yes. Okay, cool. That's gonna be 10 slashing damage. And you are grappled. And while you are in this grapple, you are considered restrained.
Oh boy.
And... that'll be it. Alright, Barbed Devil A is going to try and target Ash with this, as the wax figure screams from the crank. I need a wisdom saving throw from Ash.
It's a 14.
A 14. Unfortunately, it's not enough. That's a shite roll. 19 points of psychic damage.
Oh,
Alright, A is going to, climb up onto the top. So he pulls himself out, and it's gonna throw his glaive at Saren. With a 22 to hit,
Yep.
it's gonna deal 10 points of piercing, and you are infernally wounded, yeah?
I believe so.
You take an extra 3 points of damage.
Outstanding.
Oh wait, no! You healed yourself after the infernal wound.
I did.
So you don't. So add those 3 damages back to you. You have 3 HP added. It's like you didn't take it.
Alright, cool. He's down a glaive.
He is down a glaive. But he's still on the demon grinder. As Meliors, it comes to your turn.
If I were to hasted action disengage
Yes.
and gun right for Princess, is that something that I can do?
100%.
Right, there's fire in Mel's eyes. She doesn't like what she sees, and she's frustrated, and she's gonna take out all this frustration on Princess.
Alright.
I will bonus action Hunter's Mark
Lovely.
Princess. Get my blue circle up there, and then let me scroll to the correct part of my character sheet. That's a 24 to hit Princess.
Oh, for sure.
Lovely. I'm going to make this a Dreadful Strike, because why not?
Why not?
That's going to be 10 points of magical slashing, 7 points of psychic, and 5 points of force.
Barely hanging in there.
Alright, attack number 2. That's a natural one. Nick attack is 26 to hit.
That'll hit.
It will do 7 points of slashing from my silvered scimitar and 1 point of force.
It's not quite enough to kill Princeps. But it
Okay,
is
well, that's my turn.
enough for him, for them to fall back, faltering. And you hear the infernal cries of the group that follows. We're gonna turn this a little narrative here. As our devil rides, the figure on the one closest to you that's not underneath Ash's control. The bearded devil leaps off and goes to run towards Princeps. Melioras, I will give you, if you'd like to use your reaction here, an opportunity to get to the Devil's Ride. It will be a athletics check.
Just to confirm, the Devil's Ride can each only take one rider.
One rider. But do remember that Magda has a mount that can be used as well. There are 3 Devil's Rides, 3 of you, and then Lulu has flight.
Yeah.
It's not a perfect solution, but it could be one that works for now. I'll let you add your initiative bonus to your athletics roll because this is about being quick.
Oh shit. My initiative bonus is 11. Okay. Well, I guess try and get the Devil's Ride. So that'll be a 26.
Easily. In the brief moments that this figure worried for their leader in such a critical state, you leap out of the range and rush towards the Devil's Ride, hopping atop of it. And in the same moment, the figure that had been keeping distance is going to try and cut off where you, Ash, and Saren might try to escape. Since Saren, you are on the outer corner, I will let you use your reaction here in this narrative moment of combat to try and dismount the rider and take the Devil's Ride. Standard way would be in athletics, just try and shove off. Of course, if you've got other ideas of how you might do it, that can be seen.
How close is he to me?
He will be coming, like, sort of tight around the corner, so within 10 feet. Maybe closer.
I feel like what I would like to do would be to run straight at him, and then once he gets within 30 feet, I can Starlight Step right in front of him. Well, like, I don't know, would there be room for me to, like, sit on the Devil's Ride right in front of him?
Not really, but I will let you do the Starlight Step on top of it, and, like, it's large enough that you could stand. It's sort of like surfing.
Yeah, I'd want to just blast him in the face with, like, a guiding bolt.
Okay, cool,
I don't know if that would be enough to physically knock him off.
Well, what we'll do is this.
But if he tries.
We'll make it like this. We'll have you do your Starlight Step. You make your attack roll on your guiding bolt, and if it hits, it'll deceive him. He'll be dismounted.
Well, I get triple advantage.
Yeah. Got a really good chance.
What are the odds of getting 3 nat ones?
We'll see.
I got a 21 is my best.
21 will hit. As you step right in front, slightly above this figure, he's startled, and as you take advantage of that, blinded and taking this damage, he falls out of his seat. You're able to take it, and I'll ask for everyone to make me a dexterity check using the Devil's Ride modifier, which is a +4. And I'd like for you to describe for me how you ride away from this fight.
Got a 21.
Beautiful.
Got an 11.
Okay.
I think that's a. Sorry.
No, go for it.
I think I'm at an 18.
That is correct.
For Ash, I think her first instinct was to try and like throw it in reverse and try and run over Princess before she tries to get away. So that was her just kind of pushing back just to get that final blow in before taking off.
Okay, yeah, getting that final blow in, you have attempts to hold back, and so you're, like, grinding and trying to really put it in gear, but you hear the sounds of the others, leaving onto the team, the Tormentor and the Demon Grinder to give you guys chase. Saren, Mel, how are you guys getting away here?
Saren's probably gonna bust a wheelie and then shoot a lightning bolt behind him and then drive out of there as fast as you can.
Alright, heck yeah.
Oh, see, I'm behind Princess. I really want to do something. I don't know if it'll work. I'm on the one that Bearded Devil H was on, right?
Right.
I'm familiar with the Devil's Rise. I've driven one before many times, but I'm
Yep.
comfortable with how it operates. I would love to thread the needle between Princess and the Demon Grinder and just have a scimitar out on my way by and just try and, like, slice it to them as I go.
Well, seeing that on her way out, Ash ran over, so you don't have a figure struggling to try and get up or anything like that, so easy enough to drag your scimitar through. There's a little bit of resistance because of bone and chain, but you hack enough that there is no mistaking the fact that Princeps Kovic is dead. And because of some cool descriptions of what you guys do, your group DC to get away has been lowered enough that you all get by. And you're no longer bound to initiative. But you may have a few enemies.
What else is new?
Okay, I'm popping Cure Wounds on everybody within 30 feet with my Distant Spell Meta Magic. So Mel gets 25,
Oh, wow. Thank you.
Ash gets 19,
Okay, hold on.
and I get 15.
Yeah, I can take that. 90?
Yep.
Got it.
Alright. So, as you all ride off into the Avernus wastelands, where do you go? Do you want to head straight for the Demon Zapper? Do you want to try and give a bit of a false lead for those that might be giving you a chase?
We're not. I mean, we're faster, but we're not like that much faster.
That is correct, but you did slow them down with a nice lightning bolt through them and the death of their leader, so there might be a bit of mourning.
Yeah, why don't we circle around a little bit?
Yeah, that's okay.
Alright, then I will say you can give either a deception or a survival roll here.
Survival's a little bit better.
So my computer has frozen, and I am incapable of clicking between tabs. I can talk and I can hear you guys, but I literally cannot click on anything.
Oh no!
Oh,
I
I
would
can...
like to roll survival.
Alright, I'll roll the survival for you. I can do that.
Ash and Saren are a combined 10 at the moment, so.
nice.
Alright, well, Mel gets you guys a 26 from her survival.
Hell yeah.
That's pretty good.
Alrighty. So, we'll see how well that works out for you guys. But, from here, now that you've kind of spent some time circling around, and walking to that encounter and dealing with that encounter, you can make it partway towards the, Demon Zapper, which gets you partway towards, Uldrak's, abodings, before you will have to stop and rest once more. So, would we like to have a group roll for finding a place to stay?
A group roll, you say?
A group roll.
Sure.
Alright, survival. And are we still frozen on your end?
Yeah, but I was brought to my attention that I should be doing so, hey, oops, I clicked on
We've been here before, haven't we?
it. I guess it's survival.
Yep, survival roll.
I did
Cool.
good.
Great.
Oops, I think I may have rolled twice because there was a delay. My first one was a 20.
Alright, I see it. Cool. Yeah. You're able to find a bit of a crag in the ground, large enough to easily slip your figures into it. Not large enough to, you know, fit the Devil's Rides, but you have visual on them, because it's sort of like uneven grounds. So it's well defendable for a place to rest for the evening. So as we settle in, I'm assuming watch once more.
Oh yeah, we gotta keep an eye on these babies.
Yeah.
All right, and then what's our order?
I'll go first.
Sounds like I'm second again.
Go third.
Make a Saren sandwich.
Then let's begin with Ash, your perception roll.
That's a 24.
24 on both your watches. Very good.
Yeah. I'm the best at watches.
Uh, during your watch, you would notice in the sort of distance where the river Styx flows well beyond, there is a fortress that floats over top of it in the air. It's not the first you've seen down here in Avernus, but it's definitely something that catches your notice every time you do.
Mm.
But other than that, nothing else happens on your watch. Luckily, no one tries to come take your devil rides. And then we come to Saren's watch. Perception roll, please.
8.
8. It's a average rest in Avernus. You've had some weird ones here and there, but this is just filled with the sounds of the hellscape beyond. Nothing out of the ordinary. For no particular reason, Saren, can you roll me a d6?
Happily. That's a 6.
Cool, thank you.
You're so welcome.
Third watch is you, Melioras.
Oh, okay, that was nearly a natural one, but it flipped at the last second, so that's a 24.
24, beautiful.
Casey is with Ash.
All right. So, as you're keeping your watch, really able to notice a lot of the sort of small intricacies around the small camp that you've set up, how everyone's resting, breathing, the flick of Ash's tail, the snoring of Zeta, and beyond, and it sort of keeps the fading of the warscape to the back of your mind, right alongside the shadow that still claws at your ankles. But other than that, nothing really goes on during your watch. And at the end of our long rest, Ash, sorry.
It's okay. I answered to both.
I know you do. I need Ash to make for me. This, I believe, is a wisdom save, but let me double check. It is a wisdom save, and because of your tiefling heritage, you do have advantage on it.
Oh, good. I need it. It's a 16.
You're fine.
Great.
You all can press your long rest buttons.
I don't know why I reached for my mouse. It's not like it's gonna do anything.
But as we all complete our long rest here, and you've got some more travel ahead of you, now with infernal war machines, we're gonna call our session here, and we will pick up with your travels in our next one.